All right, welcome back to another episode of Tips. This is our episode 1 officially, the InProgress show. Today, our guest is Edaw, otherwise known as Adrian. We'll probably be calling him Adrian throughout the day. We're missing Louis today with us. He's out doing who knows what, But lots of topics to talk about today. Recently, there was the Will Smith situation. That'll be interesting. But let's get started.
I guess
Edaw,
we
how's
are
your day
talking
going?
about that.
I mean, why not?
Well, first of all, I don't think I'm a permanent
Yeah.
guest.
Yeah.
Permanent guest.
Correction. This is
Permanent
just
guest?
an extra person on top that missed the last episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
permanent guest. Yeah,
oh,
because I
oh,
wasn't
my
here for when the first episode was being recorded. I was at
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
and I was
So-
like, there was an episode, and I missed it.
So I guess the group, the main people are gonna be us four and then Louis.
Okay, honestly.
And
I
then
didn't know
next
that, but
episode
that
we are
was-
gonna have a guest.
Is
I see.
that who is it?
I see, most likely.
Yes,
let's
go.
Gonna be a lot of bleeps and cuts in that one. I'm ready.
I mean, he can.
I got you with the bleep though.
Exactly. Also, we have a professional here, basically.
Yeah, I do
With this
audio.
microphone.
I don't do audio professionally or for a living. I make glasses. It fucking sucks. If you ever want to keep yourself sane, don't go into optics. Whatever you do, it is
But
terrible.
if you ever do want to get glasses, contact us. We'll get you hooked up.
True. We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Get the frame, get the color prescription. If you want those massive lenses.
Okay.
Oh, you
Those
gotta
are
love
terrible
them.
ideas for anyone, but you know what? If you want it, I'll
If you-
support you in your
listen,
endeavor.
The customer is always right.
Hey, Adrian.
No, they're not. They're stupid.
Oh, okay. You know what?
You know what? I'll agree with that.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Hey, Adrian. You know what I realized today?
Hmm.
I chipped my right lens at some point in time.
What?
You did.
Yeah, I don't know when. I went to wipe my glasses today, and I realized that there's two parts that are chipped off.
Okay. Are they on the temple? Like close to where the screw hole is?
No, it's on the bottom.
Oh, it's on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, bottom right. I
Okay.
can't see it when I'm wearing it, which is good.
Yeah.
But it's there, and now I know about
Just
it.
realized I'm the only one that's not borderline blind here.
Well, I'm not borderline blind. I can see perfectly fine with my glasses. It's just I prefer the 4K versus the 1080p.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the only reason why I wear glasses.
What do you mean?
I know,
You have like a
no.
blind.
Mine is
You're
240p
blind.
with mine is
You-
240p without glasses.
You have Bluetooth lenses, bro.
They're not that thick, dude.
They are
Okay, yeah.
bulletproof.
Trust me, I've done some minus 13s.
Ooh.
Nikita's pretty fine.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Before I forget, because I know I'm gonna forget. Last episode, did we talk about the gay dog?
Barely.
Okay.
We only brought it up, and
Okay, I do want to mention my man's got adopted. We're all good. He's fine. He's in a new family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, screw the people that dropped him off.
Oh, you know what I found out yesterday?
Hmm.
Dogs can be racist.
Yes.
I didn't know that. That was
Well,
so
or-
Yeah, hold up.
More specifically, it's I think it's more of a
trauma. It's more trauma.
yeah, trauma and
So-
or how do I explain this? Unfamiliarity. It's if you're not
That
familiar
too.
with something, you're like, I've never seen that before. What the fuck is that?
That's true. But I mean,
That's
like
how
in
I
some
was
forms,
growing up
it's
in
still
Mississippi,
racist.
and I saw my first black person. What? Just kidding. That's a
Yeah,
joke.
that's
That's a joke. I swear to God.
And
okay.
this
No,
is
but
why we
anyways,
are all a little bit in progress.
I was hanging out with some friends yesterday, and they were
Oh.
mentioning a
Some-
dog, right?
Hey.
And this dog. So basically, they brought a black friend over. No. It was their dog. Oh. It was their dog, and she was worried because her boyfriend was dark skinned, not black, but not white either, and she was worried that the dog would hate him, right? And the only reason the dog is racist is because its previous owner was black and abusive. So it makes sense why the dog is racist. But yeah, I didn't know that, and I was just like, me and another guy, we were just, huh? We we were laughing damn, dude. I did not know dogs can be racist. That's
Okay,
awesome.
to jump off your point, I'm pretty sure dogs can also be sexist. Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
my
that's
coworker,
true.
Yeah, my coworker, she has a big dog, and I'm kind of trying to make her bring her dog over to work so I can see him at one point. But she says that he has something against like men.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably because he's super protective of her, which makes sense. But whenever a man comes close to her, he gets very aggressive.
That's actually I had a friend. I used to have a friend with a dog that hated tall white people. And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. So she would constantly like be aggressive towards me, and I'm like, I'm just chilling there, doing
Yes,
nothing.
Alex is a 6 foot something giant. He's white and a stick.
I
Oh,
am
okay.
thick. You're right.
In 6'3" beast or something.
No, 6'3" stick.
Oh my
Also,
God.
if your coworker ever brings their dog over and like they're being really angry at you, instead of you coming up to her, she has to come up to you to show that
Oh
the
yeah,
dog
no.
is an okay person.
Yeah, that I know. No, but I told her I was like, if you're working that day and you're gonna bring him, just text me and I'll drive to work and I'll go on a walk with him for as long as you work.
Oh,
Or
that's a
if
9-hour drive.
You just gotta sit down on the floor, bro, and just like
yeah, bro.
pet the doggies.
Yeah, or if I'm working with like my manager or something or my other coworker, she can stop by and bring the dog over.
Yeah, yeah.
She's apparently he's like huge. I forgot his breed, but he's insanely big. So she's like, if I were ever to bring him to work, he would like either one bark at people, growl at people, or just put his face on the counter and just sit there.
Oh man, that reminds me. My mom got a cat like a couple months ago.
Oh,
And
what?
Oh yeah.
yeah, so sad story, kind of sad story. So she had a husky before. And
Mhm.
her job was like requiring like 10 hours extra, so 10 hours of overtime on top of her 40 hours, and then they wanted her to come in on Saturdays and Sundays. So she didn't have time for the dog. She ended up giving, because the dog was still like under 1 year old or just over 1 year old or something like that. She ended up giving that dog to someone who had ADHD, who was a veteran. And I don't know if you guys know anything about huskies. They're really hyper dogs,
Mhm.
right? So they require loads of attention. And unfortunately, with my mom, not being home 50 hours a week and then coming home and then being exhausted and then just going to bed or taking the dog for a walk and then going to bed, she ended up getting rid of the dog and then getting herself a shelter cat. The cat's like 9 years old. It survived an arson attack. It's blind in one eye. It's deaf in one ear, and it's like super small, and it's fucking adorable.
Yeah, the cat, 9 years old, normal stuff. Survived an
Me-
arson attack.
Yeah.
Love to hear it.
Nearly died.
Yeah,
Nearly
bro.
died.
Yeah, now the cat has asthma and like heart problems.
Oh my
But
god.
very
It
cute.
survived.
Very small and cute. Yep.
Very
Bro,
small and cute.
oh my god, dude, this cat will like lay on my mom's lap for like hours on end, and my mom likes to put on Jacksepticeye videos, and he'll watch them, or she'll sit there and watch them. This cat is a gamer cat, bro.
Dude,
It-
I've
it-
seen. Oh my god, I've seen cats or like videos of cats that would watch something, or like watch a movie or watch
Yeah.
a game, and it's so cute.
Yeah, my mom was like, "Bro, I'm about ready to go out and buy a TV for my cat."
Honestly,
My cat does the same thing. Especially if it like has something to do with animals it's playing on the TV. He would either like get really close to the TV and sit in front of it and just stare at it, or he would like try and paw at other animals. So
Yeah,
if it's like another bigger cat, he would like paw at it.
you don't have a cat. You have a lion.
What?
No.
You
Sure.
have a
Nah.
lion. Nah,
Nah, that
it's
cat's not
bald.
that big. Yep.
No, it's not big. It's small, but it's goddamn
Bald.
aggressive.
It's bald and playful and aggressive
Bro
and
got a
bald.
bald cat.
Fine.
Did I forget to mention bald?
Just thanks, cat.
Bro,
Goddamn.
bald.
cats are cute. What the fuck you talking about? Have you guys
And
seen
bald.
Binks or Bingus?
Who the hell is Bingus?
No,
You
no,
haven't
no.
seen Bingus? Okay, go on Google right now. Those of you at home also, go on Google right now. Look up Bingus.
So it's a bald cat. But it's
Oh,
also
I know
white
Bingus. Okay.
Yeah, Bingus, bro. He's adorable.
and bald.
Now, granted, that is like, not every cat, every hairless cat is like that, but it's adorable
And bald.
and bald.
Okay, we get it. It's bald.
Did I forget to mention it's bald?
Bruh.
Yeah.
I looked up Bingus, and the first thing that shows up is Bingus holding a rifle in the World War II trenches.
Really, I see Bingus and Corpse in Among Us.
Oh, I see that one too.
Yep.
Or Bingus as Mew.
Yeah. I
Bingus
see.
as a musical artist.
Bingus is a Pokemon card.
Bingus is a Pokemon card.
Bingus is a Pokemon.
Bingus is. Oh. Would it be called Bingus if it was a Pokemon? Go, Bingus, go!
I choose you, Bingus.
Oh my god. Now, speaking of hairless, Jada Smith.
Who? Oh, okay. Well, she's not hairless, but sure.
Bald. She's bald.
She's not bald. She has hair. It's just very short.
Pretty much. Just call it bald.
I don't think she's bald. I think she
No,
just
no,
kills
no,
back.
just call it bald.
Oh my
Wraith.
god.
Just call
Bald Wraith.
bald Wraith. Yeah, bald
Basically.
Wraith. But black. Wait.
Black? Is that what you said?
But black. Because Wraith
Oh,
isn't
but
black.
Well, Wraith is like gray, dude.
Yeah, Wraith is
She's not even white.
Wraith doesn't have blood circulating in her system.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess she is kind of like she's got very short hair now that I.
But
look
yeah,
at the-
anyways, that situation happened yesterday. That was very interesting.
that was very funny, honestly.
Very
I was
funny. I
laughing.
It
I
was.
He was
like,
laughing
I did-
too.
I did not expect that to happen on like basically
Live
live.
television.
On live TV.
Yeah, I was like, you know what though? Got to stand up for yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I'm not gonna say that what he did was right or wrong, but like,
Okay,
would've
I
done
will.
something very similar.
I think he was wrong, but I completely understand why he did that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like he could have restrained himself.
Yeah, like you're an adult, dude. Come on.
Yeah. And in reality it was a joke, and as far as I understand, Chris didn't know that she had some sort of condition. But yeah. And then now there's also a joke going around that Will Smith's perfectly fine with other men having sex with her. But as soon as he says something about her hair, it's a slap in the face.
God,
Slap in
have
the
you?
face.
Oh my God, have you guys seen? You guys seen the plunger meme, right?
No.
Can't say
No.
I have. There's a
It's-
lot of Will Smith memes. You gotta
No.
be a bit more specific.
Okay, it's not a Will Smith meme. It was
Oh.
like so. Let's just say it involves hair pulling, right?
Oh wait,
But you
is it this one that I see right now?
You can't hair pull someone who's going through chemo.
Okay, I think it's the
Let's put it that
exact
way.
that I'm the one that I'm looking.
Let's just leave it at that.
Why did it take you so long to even notice this all?
When your girl got stage 4 cancer and has no hair left, so you gotta use a plunger.
Like, we gotta edit a photo on there.
Yeah, we do. Oh my god.
Oh, off topic for like the just podcast in general. I'm gonna send you a picture of the cat, so you can also edit the picture of the cat in the video. Or in the-
Okay, yeah.
What breed is the cat?
I'm
It's
not
a thing.
sure.
Oh wait, your cat.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Oh god damn. He like blind.
Yeah, he blind. She blind. She
Oh,
blind.
she blind.
Yeah, she blind.
Oh damn, that's a black cat.
Yes, sir.
Didn't have to point out what is this.
My dude got that wraith eye, dude.
That's my mom. And there it is watching. I think she put on a Chinese movie or something because that's what she really likes watching.
Chilling
Anyway.
there.
Back on topic. I'll just keep sending these as we go.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much more to say about the slap. It just,
Oh yeah,
It
I don't know.
happened.
I saw that and it just reminded me of the plunger meme.
yeah.
I may be fucked up, but you know it is what it is.
Yeah, no. When I first saw the clip, I saw the edited, or like I guess the live version, where they cut off the sound and everything. And then immediately the next post that I saw was it unedited, and I'm like, oh, it actually happened.
No.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was like a skit, and then I was like,
A
wait
lot of
wait
people
a minute,
did.
Wait a minute, this is not staged. This is like legit happening. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I respect it because it be what it do. But yeah, I
Yeah, no, I was
thought it was
watching
pretty
it live
funny.
when it happened, and I freaking jumped out of my seat laughing. It was actually really funny. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Nick, I'm on your side as well. Like I understand why he also did it, but at the
yeah.
same time, he shouldn't have
Like
just gone on stage and just slapped my dude in the face.
Yeah. I mean, it is like Adrian said. It is what it is.
No, I'm surprised they didn't escort him though for that.
I'm surprised I didn't either. I'm surprised I let him sit there the rest of the time. But
I mean, he did win an award after,
yeah,
so
I mean, he did win an award. Like it makes sense why they wouldn't.
yeah. I don't know. As far as I understand, he somewhat apologized after he won the award. He like did a whole speech like like they usually do.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I
Um,
do remember he did officially like already apologize, but
yeah. Question off topic. Can you cross things off on,
Yep.
on docs? How?
you just highlight over it, and then I think I'll get back to you on that.
All right,
As soon
cool.
as I figure it out, because I remember how to
Exactly.
do it, but
Yeah. Do you want to say what you wanted the story that you wanted to say?
oh yeah, I'll do that when Aurora gets back.
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah, he's gone for a bit. I don't know.
Oh,
Dude walked off the set.
Yeah, for
damn,
real,
bro.
bro.
It's okay. When I'm in Florida, not when we're in Florida. He can walk off all he wants. I'll just take over his microphone.
Is that what we're gonna do when you're in Florida? We're gonna do a podcast while you're over there.
I mean, it's gonna have to be like that.
No.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's one episode, so
Yeah. How long are you going for?
a week.
Oh, okay. And when are you going? Oh, actually, I can't ask that. And
You can. Okay.
okay.
From the 17th, I fly out the 17th. I land on the 18th early morning, and then until the 25th,
What do you
Of
plan on doing?
June or May?
April.
Oh,
None of the above.
okay.
Yeah. What am I planning to do?
Yeah.
Depends how tired I am the first day. I'm planning to go jet skiing, rock climbing, and go karting on that same exact day. And I'm hoping to hit the gym. I don't want to just quit for that week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then after that, I have no idea. I know that I stay with Alex for the first 2 days that I'm there, and then I'm dipping to the west coast of Florida for like a few days. And then I'll be back in the East Coast with Alex until I leave. But yeah, we'll see. Funny story actually, because I took the time off. Like I already put in the time off at work, and I come to work the next day, and I show my manager just to make sure he saw, and he's like, "Yeah, do you want to elaborate on that?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I'm taking off a week because it's my birthday." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure." I'm like, no, I'm gone. Like, it's too late. I got the tickets and everything. He's like, okay.
Bro, that's kind of messed up. You're supposed to give your managers a heads up before you do something like that.
I did.
After
I
you bought the
basically,
tickets.
yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to do that beforehand. Like
No,
I know it's like one of
I
those things.
warned him. I was like, hey, there's a pretty good chance I'm gonna be gone. He's like, okay. I mean, he did at one point say like, I don't know if you can leave because it's gonna be like a hard time for us. I'm like, okay.
Question. I just got
Left.
back. Were we still talking about Will Smith?
No.
No, we're
I'm
done with that.
sorry. I was
No, you're good.
going to mention Eminem watching that he probably got happy for once because in his Slim Shady song,
Yep.
Will Smith don't gotta cuss in his raps to sell records. Well, I do, so fuck him and fuck you too. You know?
Yeah, that was a good line.
That was a good line. He's probably so proud of him now. He finally cussed.
I saw a meme actually of it said that Chris Rock is blasting that song after the Oscars.
Oof.
Yeah. I was about to say something and I completely forgot, so that I'm mind.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
he
speaking of
apologized.
no. Speaking of the me taking time off and my manager. While before my coworker showed up to work because I had to come in early. He told me that she was asking for more time off, and he kind of got mad at her, and now she's not allowed to take time off anymore. And as soon as she came in and asked me about my week off as well that I'm taking, she's like, "Yeah, I'm not allowed to take time off anymore."
Oof.
And I'm like, you know
How
what?
much
You
time
kind
are
of
you taking
deserve it.
off?
Okay, it all started off with the week that she took off to go to Hawaii.
Okay, when was that?
Like months ago. I don't
Okay.
remember. It was last year. So she took that week off, and then what happened is she got in the car crash ish, and she had a minor concussion. So she was kind of forced to take time off because
Yeah.
yeah, the boss and our manager didn't want her to come into work. So I think that was like a week that she took time off.
Mhm.
And then she came back for a day, and then I think she got COVID, and her family, like her grandparents, got COVID. So she was gone for 2 weeks then. And then right when she got better and she was about to come back to work, her boyfriend got COVID. So just in case, she stayed home for I think another week. So she basically took a month. So it was her Hawaii trip, and then when she came back after a while, she basically took a month off.
Damn.
Yeah, and that for that month, it was me and my other coworker covering for her, and another one of our supervisors that also got sick, and then another one of our coworkers that didn't have a ride because the other supervisor got sick. So basically, me and my coworker were covering for 3 different people for that month straight, without any
Yeah.
breaks.
That sounds like
Makes
hell.
sense.
Oh, it was.
That's. Did you get overtime?
Of course, we got overtime. It
Oh,
was
okay.
nice paychecks that we got that month, but like, goddamn.
That's nice. So, or it makes complete sense if she's not allowed to take overtime or take time off. If she took a
Yeah.
month off, like
Basically a month off. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, obviously, obviously those things are overpowered, but also, you
hold
missed a
up,
month of work. Come
hold
back to
up,
work.
pause. I'm
Okay.
texting her right now because I just remembered something.
Did she try and take time off again?
She is taking time off again.
Oh my
Oh,
lord.
God.
Okay,
Uh,
so our manager decided to make our schedule like 3 weeks in advance, so I have my schedule for the next 3 weeks.
yeah, well, that's how it's supposed to be. There's
It's
supposed
Well,
to
supposed to be like that, yeah.
you know what? We work differently, people. Okay, calm down. He usually does it like a week in advance. Anyway, um, so I'm working quite a lot before I leave, which I'm perfectly fine with. Like I take even more time. And at the moment, for the next 3 weeks, I work more than my coworker does. And she was like, "Hold up, what the fuck? Like, why do you work more hours than I do?" But then that's not the point. This week, she's taking time off. I think from Thursday till Saturday. I think she's coming back Sunday or something like that. Because a friend of hers is coming into town, so she's gonna hang out with her. And we were texting earlier, and she's like, "Oh, we work together for most of next week," and I completely forgot, and I think she did too, that she's taking time off.
So, what was the
Bruh.
point of that?
Just to say,
That she took more time off.
Yeah.
Which she's not allowed.
Yeah.
And she's still thinking of going to Cancun.
Bruh.
Cancun these nuts.
Bruh. Yeah, it's so funny because I always hear people taking like loads of time off. I think I've gotten all last year. I took a total of 5 days off.
Is it the con?
I took time off I took 2 days off for my convention, which just happened to line up with I think it was Labor Day. So technically one of those was also a PTO day, even though it was a holiday. And then I took 2 days off when my mom was in town because I hadn't seen her in a year. So that, makes sense. But
Yeah.
I'm sitting on 2 weeks of PTO right now, and I haven't yet to do anything with it. And unfortunately, I think I'm in a position where I don't think I'll ever be able to use it before I ended up getting my another job.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Hold up, Alex.
just visit me in Florida in April.
I don't have money for that.
Okay, well, just take a break.
Yeah, no, April is expensive.
Yeah, I mean, you got your tickets like 3 days ago.
It's still expensive. It's not your $100 tickets that you were goddamn flying back and forth with.
Okay, well,
How much were your
hold on.
tickets for Florida?
$368
Down.
for a week.
Oh, that reminds me. Yesterday, I was talking to those friends that I was hanging out with. They told me two of them, they were dating long distance between New Jersey and Florida, right? And they were like right now the guy was visiting, and he said they know of a trick, on finding flights. They were able to find like $65 plane flight, and they'd go to a website called kayak.com, but only in incognito. Because if you go in incognito, then it
It's
doesn't track your cookies.
BS.
And
I've
welcome
tried
to
that.
today's podcast.
You think it's BS?
Yeah,
How come?
because I've tried that. It didn't
Try
work.
that?
Yeah, okay. Quick update. So I texted her, reminding her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's right." And she's like, "It's only like 4 days. It's not like you who's taking a whole last week off or 2 weeks." And I'm
4
like, "Do I need to
days?
remind you that you took a month off?"
Also, 4 days is basically a week because most people don't work more than 5.
Well, we work Monday through Sunday, so
Yeah, well, you're open 6 days a week, but I'm talking as an individual, you don't work more than five days a week.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's against labor laws unless you're asking for overtime.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, that's only 4 days. You mean it would only take one more day to make it a week off? Because then you would still have your weekends, quote unquote. Even if your weekends are in the middle of the week.
Yeah, which is how it is for us. Okay, her excuse was that she was sick and her whole family was dying. Which, in fact, yes, it's kind of true, but still. And then she came back complaining how I didn't get COVID. Even though I wasn't wearing a mask and I was standing right next to her the whole entire time. I don't know, it's just immune, bitch.
Better.
Exactly,
Plus
just
ratio
better.
Yeah,
Exactly. What else we got here? Oh, yeah, Alex is here. You can talk about your story, Adrian.
Oh, okay. So this goes way back. At my job, right? We hired this new person. Well, not new anymore. They're like 6 months in now, but
Mhm.
hired this new person and didn't talk to. Okay, outside of video games and online interaction, I am very quiet and
Okay.
I am an observer. So
Okay.
basically, this girl's like, I think you're awesome. Here's my phone number. I'm like, okay. She's like, send me memes or whatever. I'm like, okay. That same night, she's like, I think you're kind of hot. I'm like, all right, this is getting somewhere. That same night, I got a pic. I'm like, yo, all right. Anyway, fast forward a month now. Actually, over a month now. A couple weekends. Actually, I think it was either last weekend or the weekend before. We went. We went to a hotel to have fun. And I gotta say, outside of the reason why we went out of town to go to a hotel, it was a very enjoyable experience.
Wait, you went
I
out
was,
of town?
yeah, I mean out of town as in like I left my city and I drove 45 minutes north to go to another city to go sleep in a hotel because first of all, where I live is very, very poor and it's very, very ghetto. Like it's so ghetto that all the hotels in my area won't rent to locals because of
Okay.
how bad we are. Like you're either a drunk, a drug dealer, on drugs, or got nothing going for you. There's nothing here. There's nothing good about the place that I live in, right? And so we drove an hour north or 45 minutes north to go stay at a hotel. It's very, very nice. This is a 5-star hotel. It's a DoubleTree hotel, if you guys know what those are. They're like $150 a night on the low end. And I was so excited to go because they had a pool and a hot tub. I got
Yeah.
swimming trunks the week before we were leaving, and obviously Amazon, you know how Amazon goes. I got them the day after that, and then I was like, all right, this is the one thing that I'm looking forward to outside of interactions with this person, and got to the hotel, had fun, went out for dinner at like 11 o'clock at night. We went to IHOP. Is got a bomb ass waitress.
I have a story after.
Bruh, and then went back to the hotel. The fucking pool was like crowded as hell, and it's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? I just want to swim in peace or relax in the hot tub in peace. But I can't now because there's about a dozen kids, 2 whole ass families, and like some old people sitting in a corner reading a book.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Okay, why is it? Sorry to interrupt. Why is it that like getting food late at night is always the best? Like I remember I was coming from work a long time ago, and I was hungry because we, for some reason didn't. Oh, actually, I remember why. We couldn't decide on what we're having that evening, so we decided to eat at home. So on my way home, I stopped by McDonald's, and it was like 11, and it was the best McDonald's I've ever had. Later, Ivan, and Louie actually went out, and it was 12 in the morning, and we decided to stop by McDonald's. It wasn't busting that night. Yesterday, I again decided, no, not yesterday, Saturday night, I again decided to have McDonald's. Except this time it was at 1 in the morning, and it was busting.
I don't know what it is about late night food. It just hits different. And I don't know if it's like the people who make it just because they don't have to deal with as much people, so they're happier, so your food is better. Honestly, that's probably what it is because like I didn't meet a single angry person that night, and it was so nice. It was like, wow, people are actually happy in the world. That's good to know. People don't want to die all the time or aren't assholes.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, continuing on with my story. Where's it going with this? Oh, so come to find, like, after doing this thing that we're doing, which is like we're not together, but also we're not just friends. You can say we're friends with benefits. I don't think I could ever date her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're very different people. One, I'm not a smoker or a drug. I don't do anything. I'm very clean. I guess you could, if you want to use an early 2000s term, I'm straight edge as fuck, bro. So she's not. She's a smoker. She does what are those fucking called? Nicotine pens. And she drinks, and she occasionally does some other harder things that I will not go into.
Legal. Everything is legal.
Shh.
Everything is legal.
Yeah, okay. And I was like, because I'm getting to the point where like I think in the next 7-8 months from now I can probably move out on my own. And I was thinking, I was like, man, it would be really awesome to live with this person. And then I kept thinking about it, and then kept thinking about it, and then kept thinking about it, and then I was like, yeah, I think I'll ask this person. And then that night she was like, hey, you want to go to the park and swing and just chill out and talk? I was like, honestly, that sounds really swell, especially after a really long day at work. So went to the park. Obviously, I don't think I ate one thing that entire day. Okay. Side note, breaking away from the story to tell you another story and why I didn't eat anything that day. Woke up that morning, ate breakfast, right? I was like, okay, for lunch today, I'm gonna have me a bowl of cereal for lunch. So I'm gonna bring my box of cereal, bring it to work, and then on my lunch break, I'm gonna go buy a gallon of milk, right? Because I'm an adult, and that's what adults do. So
yeah,
I'm taking my lunch at like 4:30 that day. It was really late, and I was like fucking dying. And I was like, okay, I drive over to Walmart, get to Walmart, grab my milk. I'm like, you know what? I'm also really feeling like some Twinkies, maybe some ding dongs. Go over to
The
the
what? Pardon me.
It's
a ding
the
dong.
chocolate ones. The
Yeah, the
chocolate ones.
chocolate like little cupcake muffin things. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, chill.
Yeah. Okay. I grabbed a box of each. I'm like, okay, self checkout. Go to the self checkout. Pull them, like scan all 3 items. Open my wallet. Forgot my card at home. I'm sitting there. I am fuming. I am dying of hunger that I have never felt before. And then I'm like, fuck. So I like delete all the items off the self checkout, walk back, put everything back, which is a big fucking Walmart, by the way. So I have to walk all the way back of Walmart and then back to the front of Walmart just to go to my car. So by this time, it's been like 20 minutes and my lunch break is only 30 minutes long. Drive back to work. I have 5 minutes left. I'm so angry at this point. I just pour myself in a cup, a dry cup of cereal, and I'm just like, I just start like eating it out of the cup, like dry. And I absolutely hate dry cereal, but I was like so hungry and so angry. I had like half a cup of cereal, and I was like,
That's good.
this is sad, and I'm very angry at myself for forgetting my card at home. So get home. She's like, "Oh, you want to go to the park?" Or back onto the regular store. I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then turns out she bought me Sonic, which is a fast food place we have here in Colorado. And I'm like, "Yo, I haven't had Sonic since I was like 8. I don't even know what Sonic has." And she got me like a chicken sandwich. Like I can always throw down on a chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwiches are like the best type of sandwich, if you ask me. Eat the chicken sandwich. She's sitting there talking about her life and shit. How she was like she did some hard drugs when she was younger. Like she was like the not stereotypical, but she was like a problem child when she was younger. And she's like, I'm like, oh yeah. And I was like jokingly said like, would you ever give up weed? She's like, absolutely not. And I was like, it was at that moment that I realized I don't think I can ever be with her long term, because I can't stand the smell of weed. Like, it is very difficult for me to stomach, and I have to do this every time I see her. And I'm like, yeah, if I ask her to move in with me, like she's probably gonna smoke in the house, and I'm like, that's not how I want to do things. I'm good. Like, I'm not against people who smoke weed. I just personally can't stand it.
Yeah, no.
So, don't you have your like card set up on any like Samsung Pay or Google
It's
Pay?
Adrian. What do you expect?
No, I
Yeah.
use my card. That's what
Yeah.
the card is for. I don't need no stupid fucking app to pay for me.
You know, I agree with that, but one time I forgot. Yeah, one time I forgot too my card, and I was going to Walmart, just like you said. Fortunately, the Walmart Pay exists, so I asked my parents, "Hey, can you take a picture?" I, you know what? I have most of my card number memorized. I was missing like
Psychopath.
4 digits. But because of those 4 digits that I was missing, I was like, "Hey, can you send me a picture of my card?" And I put it in Walmart Pay, and I was able to pay for it. And I just keep that, and I keep Samsung Pay up as well, in case I ever do forget my card, which happens like occasionally. But I get what you mean. But like, why not? Why not keep your card up on Google for Google Pay in case you ever forget it?
I don't know. It's something about like having access to money that when I shouldn't have access to it allows you to be like more of an appropriate spender. Like I haven't spent an absurd amount of money in like 6 months. Actually, ever since I bought my 3080. And the only time I actually ever spend money now is on bills, which doesn't count, and or food, which I have been doing more often, which I need to stop doing because it's expensive. And the other time that I spent money was my mom upgraded my phone, and she's like, "You got to pay for all your accessories." So I spent like $150 on a case, Gorilla Glass screen protector, and like wireless chargers and USB-C ports and things like that. But like that was out of necessity to protect something that my mom spent $1,000 on. I'm like, I'm never breaking this thing. This thing is
Yeah.
too valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, makes sense.
but yeah. But anyway, back on topic. That is why I've come to conclude I don't think me and her will ever escalate past friends with Benz, if you could say that.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, because it's like, we're two different people. We live two different lives. She's very outgoing, very adventurous, wants every day to be something new. And I'm very like, I could do
Nah.
a new thing once a week. Outside of that, I'm pushing it. I'm going to lose my fucking mind if I do.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
Yep.
Can't blame you.
Did everyone just see what I wrote?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What'd you write?
I'll explain that later. But yeah. Damn, I was gonna mention something about groceries. Oh, funny story. A couple weeks ago. I don't remember why. Oh, I do remember why. Okay. It was me, my two coworkers working that night. And it was a pretty busy day, but it was like closer towards closing time. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was like 4 or 5. So it was like in the middle of the day for us. And we want a drink. And we ran out of drinks that we bought last time. So we're like, okay, let's go use our older coworker to go get drinks. She was completely fine with it. So I was like, okay, me and you were going to go to Pavilions, or we're going to go to CVS, which is like right next door, and go get drinks. And of course, my other coworker was like, can you buy me a bottle of vodka? I was like, sure, yeah, no worries, of course. So we went to CVS, found the drinks that I wanted. No vodka. I was like, okay, we're going to Pavilions across the street. What was supposed to be like a 5-minute trip turned into a half an hour of grocery shopping. But as soon as we walked into the store, immediately turned right and bolted towards the alcohol section. Found the biggest bottle of vodka we could, bought a box of White Claws, and then we were just going back and forth between the aisles, and my coworker likes pickles. And we passed a bunch of pickles, and as a joke, I was like, what if I buy her, what's it called? A jar of pickles. And my other coworker was like, do it, why not? So I bought her the jar of pickles that she likes, and then I bought something else. I don't remember what it was.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What's the jar of pickles? All right.
I don't remember what it was called, but they were dill pickles.
Dill pickles?
It's the ones that you like as well. I don't know.
Oh, the Bubbies?
No, not Bubby. Oh. It's not the same brand.
No. There's only one good pickle. All right.
Oh, bro. I want to try Bubbies now.
Oh.
Okay, he gone.
But they're so expensive. They're like $9.
Fine. Yeah. I want to try Bubbies just to see what you like, because I don't think we're gonna like the same. Anyway, whatever.
Go on.
Bought her a bottle of pickles, a jar of pickles, and a big bottle of. Don't remember where I was going with this story, but that was our grocery shopping for half an hour. Kept running around, and yeah, we come back to work, covering everything. And I show her the bottle, and she's like, no, there's no way you actually bought it for me. And then I show her the jar of pickles, but she didn't notice it. So I go in the back, put it in the fridge. And then we come back, and we start talking about it. And we mentioned the pickles, and she's like, you got me pickles? I was like, did you not see the jar of pickles that I showed you? She's like, no. So I grabbed her, went to the back to her fridge, showed her the jar of pickles. She's like, she just started dying laughing in the freaking fridge. But yeah, it was great. So now probably next weekend we're having
more pickles.
No, not pickles. She finished the jar of pickles already. Oh, she warned me. She's like, I'm probably finishing this as soon as I get home.
Bro.
No, we're probably having cocktails next weekend. Because she was like, we were drinking yesterday, and she's like, so when are we moving to shots? And I was like, what? I was like, I mean, whatever you feel like, and sure. She's like, okay, but we would have to do like at the beginning of our shift, so I can drive home. I'm like, okay, fair. So we were earlier when we were texting, we started talking about it again, and she's like, or we could mix it with something and just be drunk the whole entire shift. I was like, okay, we could do that. And then I was like, I asked her, I was like, what are you gonna mix it with? And as soon as I sent that text, I was like, hold up. So I started spamming her. I was like, wait, don't answer that. I was like, what if we make cocktails? And she's like, I was just gonna mix it with Sprite or something, but cocktails work too. So now we gotta find a cocktail recipe. But yeah, that is our work. I'm not gonna say where we work or with who we work, but
Guys getting drunk on fucking workplace, bro. That's
Yeah,
okay. I
especially
know,
Not
like,
that
drunk.
workplace.
not
Especially
drunk.
That workplace. That's so disrespectful.
It's not drunk.
and immorally wrong
Drink.
to get drunk as cemetery workers.
Yeah, dude. Speak with ghosts.
Or haunted house.
yo, man,
That house is pretty haunted though.
it's actually crazy
That
though,
is
because
pretty
like,
haunted.
where I work, like I'm gonna say a good 50% of the people come in high. Like,
Oh,
because we're a retail business and we have to like talk to people. People just like fucking people suck, right? Let me just get that out of the way. People suck.
True.
Yes. All right. Anyway, yeah. So 50% of our people come in high consistently, and it's kind of funny because they're like, oh man, like this person, they're like complaining, and then they go outside, and then they come back, and they're like perfectly calm. I'm like, you have a pen, don't you? And they're like, yeah, you know it. I'm like, they're like, I couldn't do this job sober. And I'm like, for real.
For real. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. People
Yeah.
suck. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
People suck.
But
Also, it's not
yeah.
as bad as some places, because some places, from what I hear from one of my coworkers, she used to work at like fast food, or not fast food, but like food industry, like as a server and a waitress. She's like, oh yeah, like it was really bad some days. Like people would just be like, coworkers would just be passing around like a pen, and then you just go hit it in the bathroom and then come back and continue your shift, and like no one would get mad. I'm like, damn. So people just get high on the like in the middle of work, like in the middle of talking to people too. I'm like, okay, that's kind of crazy. Coming into work high is one thing, because then you're high the rest of the day. But like getting high at work, I mean, I don't know. That's crazy to me.
my coworker used to either come in high or drunk to work, which nobody ever realized. Now, she just like steps away for like a minute into our employee hallway or whatever, and just hits her jewel. It's just nicotine, but yeah.
Disrespect.
Well, honestly, Jewel, I'd much rather
All
people,
right,
I'd rather
buddy.
people hit those.
Watch
Honestly-
who you're talking about.
Actually, I'm not even mad about like people getting high at work, like especially people who deal with, like workers who deal with people, because people are difficult to deal with, and
Dude,
when you deal
let
with a
me
lot
tell
of
you
them,
a
it is
story.
stressful, and it sucks.
yeah, yesterday, so I was running two parties yesterday. One that started at 12 and ended at 2, and the other one that started at 2 and ended at 5. Now, both parties were in the same exact room. So, whoever booked the parties, first of all, made a mistake doing that. And second of all, whoever booked the parties told the second party that they can come in half an hour early to set up. Which usually, yes, they can, when our parties are like an hour, like they have an hour or half an hour in between each party. Which in this case, it wasn't the case. So I'm running my first party, and then my boss, or I walk next door, and my boss, aka my aunt, because that's what I call it, my aunt, she's like, your second party's here. I'm like, what? And earlier in the day, she warned me that I have a party ending at 2 and starting at 2. So like, okay, this is gonna suck. She's like, your second party's here. They're in the smaller room downstairs, but you need to figure out if they can go and start setting up now. So I was like, okay, whatever. Kind of ignored it. Went back, kept running my party. Met the mom for the second party, and she's like, she was walking around, I guess, looking for a worker. And she's like, "Do you work here?" I'm like, "Yeah." What's up? And she's like, I don't remember what she said, but I realized who she was. That she was for the next party, and she's like, "This is ridiculous." Like she basically started complaining. She's like, "This is ridiculous. I can't. I was told that I could come in earlier to set up, but now that room is taken still, and I can't do anything. I have a shitload of stuff in this room that I need to do." And I'm like, immediately, because I didn't want to deal with her, I immediately understood this is gonna suck. So I was like, "Look, the boss is next door. You can go talk to her." And she stopped me mid sentence. She's like, "Yeah, I know. I already talked to her. She's rude and mean." I was like, as soon as she said that, I was like, "You know what? I'm sorry." Turned around and went back to my first party. I was like, "I am not dealing with this stupid, annoying ass person," because the dad for my first party was there, and he heard all of it. And he was super chill. Like the dude was super chill and cool. And we stepped away from, from that woman, and we started talking about it. He's like, "Dude, don't even worry about it. Like, I'll talk to my wife." I asked him, I was like, "Is it possible that we can at least start cleaning up your room?" He's like, "Let me talk to my wife. I'll let you know." And I was like, "Don't worry about like their time. I'll still keep running the games for the party until your party's over. Whatever." In the end, everything was fine. We were able to clean up the room, and the other party was started setting up, whatever. And I was able to finish my first party. Dad was super chill and nice about it. But after that, I didn't talk to the second party whatsoever until basically like the last half an hour. I didn't want to talk to her or even like look at her because she was annoying. Now, the whole thing with this is her husband came in the night before to drop off some drinks, and he called us and he's like, "Hey, I got a party on Sunday. Can I come like tonight and drop some drinks off?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, no worries." He's like, "Can somebody meet me at the door and pick up the drinks?" And I was like, "Sure, I guess. Yeah, just give us a call when you're here." He's like, "Okay, we'll do." Hangs up. Maybe like 20 minutes, not even like 10, 15 minutes later, he calls. My coworker picks up, and I was like, "Oh, I think I know who this is." And she asks him what he wants, and she tells me after. I'm like, "Okay, yeah." I walk out, and I'm expecting a person to be at the door with drinks. I don't see anyone, but in front of me, I see a parked Bentley and a dick-looking dude inside of it. He walks out. He's kind of short, but really buff. He walks out, and I'm like, "Okay, this is who I need to be talking to, I guess." He passes me the drinks. I go put them in the fridge and whatever. And then on Sunday night, I see him again. And I'm like, "Oh, I see what's going on here. So it's not that you guys are dicks and rude and mean. You guys are also hella rich."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I mean,
usually.
Bentley should have told you that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know it was the same people.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like,
That makes
okay, yeah,
sense.
so a combination of those two things, yeah, get the hell out of my face. Later on, they wanted the adults to play the games as well. So I warned the mom. I was like, "Okay, it's going to be $10 on top per person." So I think they had like 10 adults that wanted to play. So it would have ended up being 100 on top. And of course, at that moment, she's like, "Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Add it to the bill, whatever." So I was like, "Okay, cool." At the end, because we never check out our own parties. We have somebody else do it for us. At the end, when they went to pay, they complained about the price. Again, they brought up the thing where it's like, "Oh, we had to wait for a room, blah, blah, blah. We were told this." So my coworker was like, "Okay, you know what? I can hook you guys up." So she went up, printed a new bill out, took off the $100 extra that we charged for the adults, and they were like, "Okay, this is fine." And the thing is, the thing that pissed me off the most is that they told my coworker, was like, "It's not about the money, it's about the principle." But they wanted basically a deal with like money involved.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Dude,
Because
you're
people
freaking
are greedy.
driving a G-Wagon and a Bentley. I'm pretty sure you can afford the amount that you had to pay." And they left the biggest mess ever after. Which also wasn't fun, clean, but whatever. It's over, and yeah, people are dicks.
Time check. Time check.
Over an hour.
I have no idea. Ivan?
55 minutes.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right, Ivan. Movie review. Have you seen any movies recently?
No, movie review. Movie review would be like a complete separate thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But,
The way he does his reviews. Do we want to do? No. That's for like a separate thing, Alex.
That's then. That's it then.
Okay. You can have your insane intro
What do you
outro?
mean by outro?
or outro. Yeah. Okay, cut back in. Go ahead.
Come back.
Okay, clap. Okay.
Mike doesn't pick up, but sure.
Well, thank you guys for watching Tips, the InProgress show. This was our first episode, technically, but our second recording. I hope you enjoyed our first podcast with Edaw, otherwise known as Adrian. We're going to be calling him Adrian, though. He's going to be a permanent user, listener, talker, cast. He's going to be a permanent part of it. He's going to be a permanent part of the cast. And Louis, who we had in the first recording, is going to be more of a sometimes there, sometimes isn't there. I don't know. He's a busy guy, has busy things to do. But aside from that, make sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat.
None of which that we have.
None of which that we have, but we'll have maybe one day.
Nor do we have the second channel.
Make sure to follow us on our Clips channel that we'll also maybe have one day.
Oh my god.
And yeah, we'll see you in our next recording. Bye.
Wait, you didn't say the line.
No, that was a stupid lie.
No, it is the whole thing.
The
it is literally
show where all of us are a little bit mentally in progress.